Hey, how's it going, guys? Are you doing good? I hope you're doing good. Okay, I promise you guys that the title of this video is not clickbait. I know it sounds a bit extreme, but I am just calling it exactly like it is. I have quite the story to tell you. In a nutshell, a couple of years ago, I was out for a run and there was a man on a bicycle who supposedly, possibly not, might have been, but probably was trying to follow me home. And I even went through all the effort of drawing this very basic looking diagram to basically tell a story because it can get kind of complex. And yes, I know the wording is backwards, basically. Well, I'll just get to it, but yeah, sorry about that. I didn't realize the camera was gonna act as a mirror because I didn't think this through. But anyways, so this occurrence happened a couple years ago. It was during the summer. I was out for a run, maybe like early afternoon for sure. The sun was shining, you know. It was a really busy day. There were lots of people at this park. At this park, you see right here, there are a lot of moms with their kids playing on the playground, and then this right here happens to be a really busy intersection, so there was a lot of traffic. You know, just a normal, typical weekday afternoon. And so this park, I like to go to for my runs sometimes because it has a circuit all around the perimeter that just goes around and around and around and around in a circle. And so basically I was running around in a circle doing my run, and somewhere along the way a guy by himself rode past me on his bike, and I figured, oh, okay, you know, he's just gonna keep on going, you know, see ya, have a great day. But then he got onto this circuit with me, and he stopped maybe like around here, and he was just sitting on his bike off on like the side of the sidewalk. And as I was about to run past him, I thought, oh, maybe he like stopped to get a drink of water, or you know, like to text somebody. But as I passed him, he wasn't doing anything. He was just sitting there, and we kind of glanced at each other. And so I ran a few more circuits, and every single time I passed him, he was just doing nothing. He was just looking at me. So I thought, okay, whatever, weird. And that's when I started to, you know, my antennas started to go up, because you know, it's really important to be aware of your surroundings. Even if you think that, you know, you live in a nice neighborhood in some quiet little town somewhere where families are playing with their kids outside and it's the middle of the day and there's super busy traffic, like, anything can happen anywhere. And I didn't think much of it, but as soon as he started acting suspicious, I didn't jump to conclusions right away about what his intentions were towards me, but I definitely made note of it. But like I said, in that exact moment, I decided not to make a big deal about it. So I finished my run and, you know, got a drink of water, and then a few minutes after that I decided to leave the park. And so as you can see, there's this little fork in the sidewalk, so you can either go this way and continue the circuit, or you can go straight forward to cross the intersection and then exit the park. Now, coincidentally, the man left the park the exact same time that I did, and this is where, like, I was really starting to get a little bit nervous. So I was standing right here waiting for my turn to cross the intersection so I could go back to my house, my neighborhood, and he pulled up right next to me on his bike and was just standing there waiting with me to cross the street. And And you know, I didn't want to be like confrontational or anything, so I didn't like turn to like stare at him to see what he looked like. I just kind of like glimpsed at him out of the corner of my eye, you know, just kind of like made it seem like I was pretending that, you know, he wasn't there and that he wasn't bothering me. So yeah, then we got the right of way, so then we both crossed the road, and then he just, you know, he just flew past me on his bike, and I thought, you know, that was gonna be the end of it. I thought, you know, I'm going home, he's going home, or he's going wherever he needs to go. Finally, he is going to leave me alone. Well, he actually stopped at the entrance to my neighborhood, because the entrance to my neighborhood is like a much smaller intersection. And so at that point, when he stopped at the entrance to my neighborhood, he was maybe, I have no clue, maybe like a couple hundred feet in front of me. And when he stopped, at this point, I definitely didn't trust his intentions. He definitely seemed a bit shifty, and his actions and his behavior was definitely very questionable. And you know, I was trying not to let myself jump to conclusions. I thought, you know, maybe he's trying to cross the road again to go, you know, to the opposite side of the road to go like a different route, and he's not actually following me at all. But I knew that there was a slight chance that maybe he was sitting there at the entrance to my neighborhood waiting for me. So I decided not to take any chances, and I ended up sprinting through two people's backyards, and I had to like cut through people's yards. I had to run in between houses, and I was like going on like a mad sprint, like down streets. And I was honestly, I was scared at that point because my house like is at the top of a hill, and I was already like pretty physically worn out because I'd just gone for a run. And now if he, you know, potentially saw that I was gone and tried to pursue me, you know, I'm sprinting up a hill, you know, on my own 2 feet. He's on a bike. He obviously has the advantage. And again, I can't 100% guarantee that he was following me home, but it really felt that way. And so obviously I made it home safe, you know, after I saw him waiting at the entrance to my neighborhood. I didn't see him after that, and I like to think that the reason why things didn't go further than that instance is because I was very aware of my surroundings, and maybe I was being paranoid, but you know, better safe than sorry for sure. Preventing altercations with people or with strangers really comes down to being aware of your surroundings, because you really don't want to risk potentially getting in a tussle with somebody, because at that point it's extremely difficult to diffuse the situation, and it's so much easier if you just do simple actions. Like if you are going out for a run by yourself, just be aware, okay, I just passed somebody. You know, don't immediately be like, oh my gosh, I see a person, that person could attack me. Just be like, okay, there's a person coming. Okay, they've gone past me, now they're behind me, and I see a cluster of people over here. Just, you know, take note of where people are in your surroundings and observe how they're behaving, what they're saying, what their mannerisms are like, what gestures they're doing. Because I've told this, you know, stranger following me home story a couple of times to some of my friends, and they've all said, you know, I'm pretty sure he probably wasn't following you home. But, you know, I've heard instances on the news where, you know, bad things happen in broad daylight. So, I mean, you can never really know for sure, and you can never be too safe. Alright, that's all I got for you guys today. I hope you liked this video, and more importantly, I hope that you learned something from it as well. Stay tuned, because the next video I'm going to be uploading, or hopefully the next video that I'm going to be uploading, is going to be something a little bit different than what I've been doing on this channel already, and I'm super excited for y'all to see it. Alright, thanks guys!